Another month has passed, and you're staring at your bank account wondering where all the money went. Again. You had good intentions this month. You told yourself you'd spend less, save more, get your finances together. But somehow, here you are in the same exact spot, feeling frustrated and out of control. Sound familiar? Did you know that 74% of Americans say they don't feel in control of their money? But here's the interesting part. People who consistently apply just 4 specific budgeting strategies for 6 consecutive weeks report feeling dramatically more in control of their finances. Not 6 months, not a year, just 6 weeks. And the best part? These aren't complicated strategies that require accounting degrees or hours of tracking every penny. They're simple, practical habits that actually work in real life. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on the valuable insights we share in our future videos. What I'm about to share with you is a simplified approach that strips budgeting down to its most essential elements. The 4 things that actually move the needle on financial control. Let's start with tip number 1, the reality week. Before we talk about any budgeting strategies, we need to deal with something uncomfortable. You probably have no idea how much you actually spend, and I'm not trying to be harsh. Nobody does until they track it. Studies show that most people underestimate their spending by 20 to 30%, especially on small, frequent purchases. So here's what we're doing first. For 1 full week, just 7 days, you're going to track every single dollar that leaves your account. And I mean everything. That $1.50 bottle of water, the $3 parking fee, the $8 lunch, the $45 Amazon order you barely remember placing. Everything. Use whatever method works for you. A notes app on your phone, a small notebook in your pocket, a budgeting app like Mint or EveryDollar. I don't care what tool you use, just use something consistently for 7 full days. Here's what you're doing during this reality week. You're not trying to change your spending. You're not judging yourself for what you buy. You're just observing and recording. Think of yourself as a scientist gathering data. No emotions, no guilt, just facts. At the end of the week, add it all up. Then multiply by 4 to get your approximate monthly spending. I promise you, this number will surprise you. Most people discover they're spending $500 to $1,000 more per month than they thought. But here's why this matters. You can't fix a problem you don't understand. This reality week shows you exactly where your money is actually going, not where you think it's going. And here's the key insight most people miss. Usually, 60 to 70% of overspending happens in just 2 or 3 categories. Maybe it's eating out. Maybe it's online shopping. Maybe it's entertainment. Your reality week will reveal your specific problem areas, and that's where you'll focus your energy. 1 week of honest tracking gives you the information you need to make real changes in the remaining 5 weeks. Tip number 2, the Big Rocks budget. All right, now that you know your real spending patterns, let's talk about how to actually budget without making it complicated or overwhelming. Most budgeting advice tells you to track 15 different spending categories and account for every dollar in complex spreadsheets. That's exhausting, and it's why most people quit after 2 weeks. Instead, I want you to use what I call the Big Rocks budget. It's based on a simple principle: focus on the expenses that matter most, and the small stuff will take care of itself. Here's how it works. You have exactly 4 spending categories. That's it, just 4. Category #1. Fixed expenses. This is rent or mortgage, insurance, car payment, minimum debt payments, anything that's the same amount every month and you can't reduce easily in the short term. Add these up. Category number 2, savings target. Based on your reality week, you now know roughly how much you spend monthly. Whatever you earn beyond your fixed expenses and necessary variable costs should be split between savings and flexible spending. I want you to pick a savings number that stretches you but doesn't break you. If you've never saved before, start with $200 per month. If you're currently saving a little, increase it by 50%. Category number 3, essential variables. This is groceries, gas, utilities, medications, things that change monthly, but you absolutely need. Based on your reality week, you can estimate these pretty accurately. Category number 4, everything else. Yep, everything else goes in one bucket. Eating out, entertainment, shopping, hobbies, subscriptions, random purchases. It all comes from this one category. You get whatever's left after the first 3 categories are funded. Here's why this works. You're not trying to micromanage every tiny expense. You're managing the big rocks, the major categories that actually determine your financial success or failure. And by putting all discretionary spending in one category, you create clear boundaries. When the everything else category is empty, you're done spending for the month. Let me give you real numbers. Let's say you bring home $4,000 monthly. Fixed expenses are $1,600. You commit to saving $400. Essential variables are $1,200. That leaves $800 for everything else. Once you spend that $800 on discretionary items, you're done until next month. Simple, clear, and way less stressful than tracking 15 categories. Set this budget up once, and then you just live it for the next 5 weeks. No constant adjusting, no complex tracking, just stay within your 4-category limits. Tip number 3, the Sunday Money Review. Here's where most people's budgets fall apart. They create a budget at the beginning of the month and then never look at it again until it's too late. By the time they realize they've overspent, they're already in the hole with 2 weeks left in the month. That's why you need a weekly check-in system, and I've found that Sunday evenings work best for most people. Every Sunday evening, for just 15 minutes, you're going to do what I call a money review. Pull up your bank accounts and look at the past week's spending. Compare it against your Big Rocks budget. Are you on track with each category? If you have $800 for everything else per month, that's roughly $200 per week. Did you spend around that amount this week? If yes, great, you're on track. If no, you know you need to adjust for the upcoming week. But here's what makes the Sunday Money Review really powerful. You're also planning ahead. Look at your calendar for the upcoming week. Are there any expenses coming up? Birthday party you need a gift for? Car insurance payment due? Dinner plans with friends? When you see these expenses coming, you can plan for them instead of being blindsided. During these 15 minutes, you also update your savings balance. Seeing that number grow week by week is incredibly motivating. When you hit your first $200 in savings, acknowledge it. When you hit $400, celebrate it. These small wins keep you motivated through the full 6 weeks. I know 15 minutes doesn't sound like much, but consistency is what matters. Miss one Sunday and you might think, oh, I'll just do it next week. But then you miss another, and suddenly you've lost all momentum. Put a Sunday Money Review on your calendar as a recurring event. Treat it like a meeting with your boss, because it is. You're meeting with the boss of your financial life. The Sunday Money Review is the habit that connects your budget intentions with your daily reality. It's the bridge that makes budgeting actually work, instead of just being a good idea you had once. Tip number 4, the Spending Fast Week. Alright, this final tip is going to seem extreme, but trust me, it's the secret weapon that accelerates your progress. Sometime during your 6 weeks, I want you to do one complete Spending Fast Week. Here's what that means. For 7 consecutive days, you spend money only on absolute necessities. Rent, utilities, and basic groceries, that's it. No eating out, no online shopping, no entertainment purchases, no coffee shop visits, no impulse buys of any kind. Just necessities. Now, I can hear you already. That sounds miserable, but hang with me. A Spending Fast Week isn't about punishment or deprivation. It's about 3 specific things. First, it breaks your unconscious spending patterns. Most of our spending is habitual. We buy our morning coffee because that's what we do every Tuesday, not because we carefully considered whether we wanted it. A spending fast interrupts these automatic patterns and makes you aware of how much you spend without thinking. Second, it proves to you that you can live on way less than you think. You'll discover that most of what you spend money on isn't actually necessary for your happiness or well-being. This realization is incredibly powerful because it shows you that you have way more financial control than you thought. Third, it creates a savings surge. Most people save an additional $200 to $400 during a Spending Fast Week. That money goes straight to your savings goal, giving you momentum and confidence. Here's how to make your Spending Fast Week successful. Plan it in advance. I recommend doing it during week 3 or 4 of your 6-week journey. Stock your kitchen with groceries before the week starts so you're not tempted to order takeout. Tell friends and family what you're doing so they can support you instead of inviting you to spend money. Plan free activities for entertainment, hiking, free museum days, movie nights at home with things you already have, game nights, or reading books from the library. The key is preparation. Don't just wake up Monday morning and decide to do a spending fast. Plan it like you'd plan a vacation. Decide what week, prep your environment, and set yourself up for success. And here's what usually happens. By day 3 or 4 of your spending fast, you'll hit your stride. The first couple days feel hard because you're breaking habits. But then something clicks, and you realize it's actually kind of freeing not to make a million spending decisions every day. Many people tell me that after their spending fast week, their spending stays lower even when they return to normal because they've broken those unconscious patterns. Let's bring this all together. These 4 tips work as a system, not in isolation. Your reality week shows you the truth about your spending. Your Big Rocks budget gives you a simple, sustainable structure. Your Sunday money review keeps you on track week by week. And your spending fast week breaks bad habits and proves what you're capable of. 6 weeks. That's all I'm asking for. 6 weeks of consistent effort with these 4 strategies. Here's what that looks like in practice. Week 1, reality week. Track every dollar, no judgment, just data. Week 2, set up your Big Rocks budget based on what you learned. Do your first Sunday money review. Week 3 or 4, complete your spending fast week. Weeks 2 to 6, continue your Sunday money reviews and stick to your Big Rocks budget. By week 6, you'll have a completely different relationship with money. You'll know exactly where your money goes. You'll have a budget that actually works for your life. You'll have built a weekly review habit that keeps you on track, and you'll have proven to yourself that you can control your spending when you want to. Most people who complete this 6-week system save an average of $800 to $1,200 in that time period. But more importantly, they gain something you can't put a price on: confidence and control over their financial life. Look, I'm not promising this will be easy every single day. There will be moments of temptation. There will be days when tracking feels annoying. There will be times when you want to skip your Sunday money review. But here's what I know. If you push through and complete all 6 weeks, the habits you build will serve you for years to come. Your 6 weeks start with your reality week. Pick your 7 days, ideally starting Monday, and commit to tracking every single expense. That's your first step. Take it today. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated with more practical financial advice. Your journey to financial control starts with 1 week of honest tracking. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.